Hello everyone, welcome to the new video in the Road to 2500 series. So today we played against Bowlet. He was rated 2265 and we were white. So as you can see from the title, we achieved a small advancement on this road. So let's see what happened in the game. The opening was pretty boring, so it was the London system. Opponent took some mixed approach, some kind of Queen's Indian approach, I guess, judging by this move b6. Somehow I don't think he should go for c5 when he has a pawn on b6. Maybe it's okay, but I don't know. Maybe he should have developed his pieces first. So I played a4. Computer doesn't like it, but I like it. According to computer, I'm losing my advantage here, but I still like this move. It's just a thematic thing where you force black to think, am I going to play a5 or not? And my opponent responded with a6, and now maybe in the future this pawn will tell, maybe not, but let's see. Bishop e2, bishop b7, castles, he took on d4, ed4, d6, and he is assuming some kind of holding position, controlling most of the squares on his side, not having any active ideas for now. But let's see, c3, bishop e7, knight d2. I'm not commenting much because here on each move there are several options and you can reach this position in many different ways. Maybe there are some nuances, but it's not so important. Anyway, London is not so ambitious opening, so yeah, you can do whatever you want. And basically, sometimes I play with black exactly like this, although I push c5 later, and then I get to the same position somehow. But okay, putting the rook on the open file, rook e8. So one day black might try this, but for now I think it's not possible. Okay, attacking the bishop, bishop h2, bishop f8, knight c4, and this is a standard plan. The knight wants to go to e3 and control d5 and be ready to jump to f5 if the push happens. Okay, queen c7 was played, the pawn was attacked, yeah? Knight e3, as I mentioned, that's the standard plan. h6, queen b3, putting some pressure on b6 for now, it's nothing, but okay, the game is just about to start. And now my opponent played queen c6. Perhaps he wants to checkmate me on g2 along this diagonal. But okay, I played knight d2 and it's not possible to checkmate me right now because this knight is protecting that spot. So, and also you can see my opponent played very quickly. He has 9 minutes, I have 6 minutes. And he played knight d5, presumably with the idea of eventually checkmating me. But actually, this is not a good move. Because he wants to remove my knight from e3 and checkmate me. It's not possible, but I guess that was his plan. But after bishop f3, somehow he is in an unpleasant pin. And the threat is c4 to win the knight. So maybe he could have retreated his queen, but then he just loses a pawn. And I thought this might happen, yeah? So I will make all the moves. I take the pawn, we exchange. Okay, he got rid of his bad bishop, but because it was bad with the pawn on d5. I want a pawn, I don't know, I have better pawn structure. It looks bad, it looks really bad for black. But actually, my opponent didn't appreciate this, so he didn't appreciate the threat of c4. So he played knight f6. Maybe he was thinking that I will capture, so he didn't want to lose the pawn. But after c4, he saved his pawn, but he lost the piece. He thought for, I don't know, 10-20 seconds here, and then he just resigned because he's just losing a piece. And that's it. That's how we crossed the 2400 mark. Opponent helped. It happens a lot in this series so far. I don't mind. I hope it continues. And what to say? When the game was just about to start, the opponent gave us a nice present. It is reminiscent of what Nepo's opponents are doing in his candidates tournament. They are giving him presents. Of course, they are wrapped up a little bit more differently, so it required more skill from Nepo to win those games than here. Here is just one move blunder, but they are doing some